Okay, this is the first time I'm recording myself and my new iPhone. I got a new iPhone 13. Well, the new iPhone 13 mini, and I'm recording it in 4K, only under 60 frames per second. But boy, was Pixar actually prepared to do this kind of story? Boy, ever since that ending to Inside Out came out, a Pixar film to talk about mainly puberty. But for what I'm about to talk about, I'm here to talk about new Pixar movie Turning Red, the newest film to be released on Disney Plus. Even though this was supposed to be getting a theatrical release, but since the coronavirus was surging more and more at that time, and now it's not, and the pandemic's probably ending soon, well, they decided to put it on Disney Plus. So hopefully the Buzz Lightyear movie will be that kind of movie to be released in the theaters. So, when I saw the trailers to this one, the first one, it looked like a cute movie. But then when I saw the second one, I'm not sure if it looked like I was gonna like this one. But after I hear a lot of good things about the film, I decided, and when I saw a few clips, I laughed a few times. I took a look at the film today, and I thought it was terrific. It was an amazing movie. And for a movie I could have gotten on Pixar, basically got the magic touch to any of their movies. Honestly, for pretty much for almost everything. And you already know that Brave is my least favorite Pixar movie, but I still thought it was good. But still, I was gonna put this as one of my least favorite Pixar films, but since I enjoyed it that much, it is one of the better Pixar films, one of the best. Honestly, but do I like it as much? Say, Soul or Onward or Luca? I don't know if I can go that far. Or I don't know. Oh, that's a little bit tricky, but it is a really really great movie. Like, but the story itself, basically, this is based off of a little girl that lives in Toronto, Canada, and remember the Incredibles short, the Incredibles 2 short, Bow. Well, this was done by the same This was done by the same creator. I can't pronounce your name right. Honestly, right now, really, it gets me. It's the same person, and she directed this. And this film is kind of similar to that short, a little, but basically like and it's like how like a character grows up and then learn how to be like a man or a woman or whatever. Or basically it was like that kind of and basically at the end of it was basically like a metaphor. This is kind of the same thing, but different, but kind of the same. But the story is about the little girl named Mei Mei. That's actually what the mama says, but Mei Lee. Maylin Lee, voiced by Rosalie Chiang, I think her name was. Yeah. Basically, she's a 13-year-old girl, all living in Toronto, Canada. She has a few best friends. I think one is named Mariam. It's the ginger girl with the braces. Was Pyra, her best friend Pyra. Yeah. She's basically a Twilight fan. I thought that was pretty funny when she was reading the vampire book of Twilight. It was called Nightfall, and I thought I was laughing at that. And her friend Abby, which is probably the cutest thing in the movie, in my opinion, probably the cutest and the funniest as part of the movie. But basically, they're the typical girls that go nuts for fangirls for boy bands. Say like how people are obsessed with Backstreet Boys or whatever. Actually NSYNC as well. But basically, the little girl, basically is 13 years old and basically hits puberty, and her mother, Ming Lee, voiced by Sandra Oh from Invincible and Mulan 2, as one of the princesses, but she's really good here too, to let you know. But I'll get to that in a minute. After she finds out that about her red panda, about her turning into a red panda, she tells them the story of it, and it's happened to her as well. Also, basically, it runs in the family. So, it's kind of like Earthworm Jim, or where the little. You know how, like in Earthworm Jim, the cartoon show itself, Peter Puppy turns into a monster whenever he's hurt or scared? Like I said, this is kind of similar to that one as well. She's basically like strong emotions or whatever, and that's kind of the same thing with the Earthworm Jim cartoon, and I think that's really done well here too. But And so, but the other subplot is them trying to go into a concert, kind of like a Goofy movie, where Max wanted to go to, or when Max does go to a concert, or with her father and whatnot. Well, that one was Powerline. This is, what do you call it? Or Four Town. So basically, it's a mix between the Backstreet Boys and NSYNC, but the mother doesn't approve it. But we only know about the cliche. There was a couple cliched writing there, like the strict and stern mother who doesn't approve what their daughter is doing, or whatnot. I've seen that before. Space Jam: A New Legacy, for example, did something like that. But I think this one did it better, or honestly. Well, a little, yeah, pretty much better than what Space Jam did do as well, but it did it fine. So, what do you call it? So yeah, the story itself, I honestly feel is really heartfelt, and there's a lot of, and I've been hearing that people say, that's actually one of their funniest films. It is pretty much their funniest movie to date. It's also a great coming-of-age story, or like how you get to grow up and then you're able to do, or like become a man or a woman and be able to do what you want to do. And this is the kind of film that tries to do something like that. Well, the animation in this film, the story itself is great. The animation in this movie is very well handled. Well, it's as usual, but they more do it like the early Pixar movies, like with the backgrounds particularly. But it still looks great though, and still keeps the newest style Pixar animation. And lately, a lot of the characters have been like going with the Star versus the Forces of Evil and Steven Universe character designs, which I'm totally fine with. To be honest with you, I am totally fine with that. And besides, the new DreamWorks movie, The Bad Guys, is doing something like that too, and I really dig the animation style in that movie too. So it's very beautiful, it's very colorful, and it does have a lot of great atmosphere. The voice acting is also really good. The little girl's voice is really good. And her best friend's voices are really good. But like I said, the cutest thing in the movie is still on Abby. Can I say that Mei's mom, Ming, is probably the most beautiful Pixar mom since Elastigirl from The Incredibles? I just loved how she was designed. She's got a really nice voice, and she has some of the most cutest expressions in any of these Pixar movies. You might be thinking if I didn't like the character of May's mother, Ming. Again, nope, I actually love this character. And you do understand that you do understand that she does love of her daughter, and she does love her too, but her mother needs to back off. It's a message. Not only is it a message about puberty, but it's a message about being able to let yourself do what you want to be able to do. And the mother needs to just back off just a little bit, give her space. Let her have fun and stuff. So, and you can still have a bond. You just gotta let them be able to do what they want them to do, not what everyone wants them to do. So all the characters are really likable. There's this bully in this movie that kind of reminds me of Kevin from Ed, Edd n Eddy. More like a gay version of Kevin, which I really like. And his character actually did get a few laughs out of me. Because the reason why I say he's like Kevin, because he calls them dorks, and the way he does it is absolutely really funny. So I guess because now I'm wondering if this director grew up watching that cartoon as well, like I did. So yeah, the story is completely well written. And the animation is fantastic. The characters are very memorable. The music is great. The soundtrack is pretty good. I'm really surprised. And also about the dialogue, this is one of the most edgiest Disney Pixar films I've seen. Remember in Incredibles 2, they did have added in a few swear words? This one did too, but it also goes to I don't want to really spoil it, but it's more like the puberty thing for what goes on with women. And if you do see and if you see the movie, you probably will know what I'm talking about. I just don't want to really spoil it here. So they actually added a few songs that we all know and grew up. Oh, but I will say that there are two of them. One is Bootylicious from Destiny's Child. Oh, that's awesome. And it's so rare for Pixar to do something like that. And what do you call it? What else? That clap, clap your hands. I love that song too. My father, when my father used to be a DJ, which I should tell you a story one day. When my dad used to be a DJ, he would always play that song at some of his parties. So now my sister does it too. There's a ton of great heartfelt moments in the film, as well, and this was close to being a masterpiece. I really gotta admit very quickly, was very close. But if it didn't have the cliche writing of the parent wanting their kids to do what the parents wants them to do or whatnot, just let them be themselves and stuff. Well, it is done well here. I like to see a bit something fresh, actually new. The climax itself, well, great. Hey, to sit through, it kind of reminds me of Ralph Breaks the Internet's Climax, and I don't want to really ruin it here, but it's something to do with the mother's insecurity. Right after is like some kind of a ritual. So that's all I can say for that. But it was a very fun climax, and the ending to it did kind of make the ending to the climax. It did kind of make me get pretty teary-eyed. So overall, I really think Turning Red is one of the best films of the year. I'm not gonna say it's the best one, and it wasn't the one I was literally looking forward to. But something like that, I was really surprised. And usually Pixar is so good at making their movies. I don't think there's any Pixar movie I did call disliking. And I know I said that Brave is my least favorite out of all of them, but I still enjoyed it for what it was. It's a movie I do need to take a look again and see if it's better than I remember. So I definitely am glad I saw this on Disney Plus. I definitely will check it again, like how I did with Luca and Soul. And I gotta tell my parents that they need to check it out, probably. I guess my next review will probably be something on, like, a certain Rescue Rangers going all Roger Rabbit on us. That's the film I'm looking for next month. So, if you haven't seen the movie yet, definitely check it out on Disney Plus if you have it. So, if you have seen the movie, what did you think? Comment below, follow me on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram. I'm the Bostonian Critic, and I will see you later. Take care.